found me when my heart was still learning how to trust another soul again. You held my hand like you know me forever, before forever had a chance to begin. You spoke my name like it already belonged, somewhere inside your favorite song. And for a little while the world became quiet, like nothing could ever go wrong. But love has never asked if the timing is right. Sometimes the truest hearts still lose the fight. Maybe we met at the wrong time, not the wrong place, not the wrong heart. You were everything I didn't know I was waiting for. But life kept turning while we stood still, holding tomorrow with empty hands. Maybe we were never meant to fail. Maybe we were only too early. I still remember the way you looked at me, like home wasn't a place but a person. Every promise felt so easy to believe, until the days became heavier than our dreams. Nobody cheated, nobody stopped loving. We simply watched the calendar pull us apart. If love alone could change the ending, you'd still be here next to me tonight. Maybe we met at the wrong time, not the wrong place, not the wrong heart. You were everything I didn't know I was waiting for. But life kept turning while we stood still, holding tomorrow with empty hands. Maybe we were never meant to fail. Maybe we were only too early. Somewhere years from now, when we've become the people we needed back then, I hope the universe smiles at us and says, now you can begin. Maybe another season, maybe another year, we would have built the life we used to whisper about. I'll never call you my biggest mistake, because loving you was the most beautiful thing that happened at the wrong time. If souls ever meet twice, find me when we're finally ready. We folded little dreams inside the pages of our days, drawing tiny houses on cafe napkins in the rain. You talked about the coastline where we'd watch the summer fade. I could almost see us there, growing older without fear. Every promise sounded simple, every kiss felt like the truth. We believed the world was waiting just to make a way for two. If hope had ever worn a face, it would have looked like yours. We didn't know that quiet storms can hide behind the brightest skies. Some futures fade without a warning, long before goodbye arrives. If only we had met later, when our hands were free to hold forever, when our hearts didn't have to choose between love and everything else. We had the right dreams, just not the right moment to live them. Maybe it wasn't us. Maybe life was simply early. Your suitcase waited by the bedroom door like it already knew what we refused to say. I smiled a little longer every time you looked away, trying to believe one more sunrise could change everything. We never stopped believing, we only started breaking under the weight of days we couldn't control. Still, every time you reached for me, oh, didn't feel so far away. No one was the reason, no one was to blame. Sometimes forever can be lost inside ordinary days. Oh, if only we had met later, when our hands were free to hold forever, when our hearts didn't have to choose between love and everything else. We had the right dreams, just not the right moment to live them. Maybe it wasn't us. Maybe life was simply early. I still keep the little map where we circled every place we go. Funny how the roads remain even when the travelers don't. If tomorrow ever changes its mind, save one sunset for me. If only we had met later, maybe the song would never need to exist. Maybe we'd be arguing over paint colors for our first little home. Maybe we'd be laughing at how scared we used to be. But instead, I'm learning that loving someone doesn't always mean you get to keep them. Some dreams don't disappear, they simply wait for another time. The flowers by the window bloomed before we noticed. Spring arrived so quietly while we were making plans. You were chasing tomorrow, I was learning how to stay. Somewhere between our footsteps, the distance found its way. The photographs kept smiling even when we couldn't. Every little memory still believed in The calendars are ruthless, they never stop to ask if two hearts are ready for the life they're given. We never lost the feeling, we only lost the moment. Sometimes love survives, but timing doesn't. The timing broke us, not your heart, not mine. It stole the mornings we were meant to wake up in. It changed forever into almost, turned one day into maybe, and left our names written on different roads. The timing broke us, but it never stopped me from loving you. I found your old sweater hanging by the doorway, still carrying the perfume of a life we almost lived. Your favorite coffee mug waited on the shelf like it couldn't understand why you stopped coming home. Every song we loved still knows the words, only we forgot how to sing them together. If I could borrow one more season, I'd spend every day choosing you again. The timing broke us, not your heart, not mine. It stole the mornings we were meant to wake up in. It changed forever into almost, turned one day into maybe, and left our names written on different roads. The timing broke us, but it never stopped me from loving you. Some people blame the rain, some blame the distance. I only blame the hour we arrived too soon for the life we dreamed about. The timing broke us, but not the story. Every page still carries your handwriting. If another sunrise finds us years from now, I'll smile like no time was ever lost, because loving you will always be the easiest part of my life. Maybe hearts can wait longer than time. The room still held your laughter long after you were gone. Every little corner felt like it was waiting on one more ordinary evening, one more familiar smile, one more cup of coffee, one more stay a while. We kept pretending nothing had changed, even when silence started speaking louder. We were holding on with trembling hands to something already slipping away. Love was still alive, but every dream began to ask for more than we could give. We were almost the right love, almost the forever we imagined every night. kept turning like it didn't even care. Birthdays came and left without us being there. The plans we made together stayed folded in a drawer. A little map of promises leading to no door. I learned that hope can be beautiful even when it quietly disappears. Still I choose every memory over never meeting you. Maybe some hearts are meant to meet just long enough to change each other. We were almost the right love, almost the forever we imagined every night, almost the happy ending we wrote before life changed the story. You never stopped choosing me, I never stopped choosing you. Sometimes almost can break a heart more than goodbye. If I could steal one ordinary day, I'd spend it doing nothing except sitting beside you, listening to the sound of the future we were almost the right love, never the wrong love. Just two hearts living in the wrong chapter. If another life ever opens its door, promise me we'll arrive at the same time and finish the story we started. Some love stories don't fail, they simply run out of time. You found me with a heart still full of echoes, still learning how to heal what came before. I smiled like I was fearless, but I carry quiet storms, trying to become someone I had never been. You deserved a heart without the shadows, a love that didn't flinch at every goodbye. But I was still collecting pieces of myself while you were already building us a home. You reached for forever, I reached for tomorrow. Neither of us knew how far apart those dreams could be. You came before I was ready, not before I loved you, before I knew how to love without fear. I wanted forever, but I was still learning how to believe forever could be real. If I broke your heart, it wasn't because I loved you less. I simply met you before I became the person you deserved. I remember the night you held my hand when everything inside me wanted to stay. But old wounds can whisper louder than the sweetest promises. And I listened when I should have listened to you. You kept believing we could make it through, while I kept wondering if happiness was only stay. You came before I was ready, but never before I needed you. You taught me that love isn't weakness, it's the courage to stay, even when life makes staying hard. If another lifetime gives us one more chance, I hope you'll meet the version of me who finally knows how to keep the love she prayed for. I'm still becoming. I just wish you could have stayed long enough to see it. The station is so crowded, but I've never felt alone like I did that evening, standing next to you. Your suitcase held tomorrow, mine was full of yesterday. Neither one of us knew what to say. The loudspeaker kept calling names of distant towns, while silence built a wall between our hearts somehow. You reached for my hand one last time, as if holding on could stop the clock. Every second passing sounded like goodbye. Some journeys start the moment two people stop trying to hide the truth. Our future missed its train, it left without us before we found the courage to climb aboard. You were still my home, I was still your safe place, but the tracks beneath our feet were leading different ways. Maybe love was waiting, maybe fate was late, maybe our forever missed its train. The platform slowly emptied, your shadow disappeared, but I stayed a little longer, watching empty rails. The ticket in my pocket still had both our names. Now it's just a memory folded by the years. I never blamed the distance or the miles ahead. Sometimes life decides before the heart gets a chance to answer. If I had one more minute, I'd spend it looking at you instead of looking at the clock. Our future missed its train, it left without us before we found the courage to climb aboard. You were still my home, I was still your safe place, but the tracks beneath our feet were leading different ways. Maybe love was waiting, maybe fate was late, maybe our forever missed its train. People say every train returns someday, but not every passenger waits. Sometimes growing up aboard the same train together. Some stations stay inside your heart long after the last train has gone. This old town still knows your name, even if nobody says it now. Every corner keeps a memory hidden somewhere in the silence. I walk the streets we used to love. The leaves still dance beneath my feet, but without you beside me, even autumn felt incomplete. I never asked for another ending, I only wished for a little more time to become the people we dreamed we'd be. Some promises never disappear, they simply wait inside the heart for another sunrise. In another lifetime, maybe we'll arrive with quieter hearts and steadier hands. Maybe we'll meet without the fear of losing what we found. Maybe forever we'll finally learn our names, and this love will no longer be too early. Sometimes I catch myself smiling at a joke you'd probably make. Then I remember you're only here inside my memories. I still keep the postcard you gave me, the ink has faded, but every word still sounds like home. If missing someone had a season, mine would never end. The world kept turning, people kept moving, but a part of me still waits where you left it. In another lifetime, maybe we'll arrive with quieter hearts and steadier hands. Maybe we'll meet without the fear of losing what we found. Maybe forever we'll finally learn our names, and this love will no longer be too early. If souls remember what people forget, then somewhere beyond this life, you'll know I never stopped choosing you even after you were gone. In another lifetime, don't pass me, smile like you already know. We've waited long enough, take my hand before time changes its mind. Let's build the home we once imagined and never let another season steal our tomorrow. Until that day, I'll keep loving you in every lifetime. My heart can dream. Morning finds me differently. The tears don't fall like they once did. I've learned to smile through quiet days and breathe beneath the weight of missing you. The flowers on my windowsill have opened to another spring. Life keeps writing brand new pages, even when one chapter still calls my name. People say that time is kind, that every scar will fade away. Maybe they're right, but some memories choose to stay. I don't wait by the phone anymore. I just wonder if somewhere you're smiling too. I'm still wishing for the same tomorrow, not because I can't move on, but because it was beautiful to dream with you. I still carry the little world we built inside my heart, even if I'm learning how to walk without your hand. I passed the bookstore yesterday, the one where we lost track of time. Your favorite novel was still sitting on the shelf. I almost laughed, remembering your voice, reading every line like it was written just for us. Funny how the smallest things can bring back an entire lifetime in just one breath. Some dreams grow quiet, but they never disappear. I'm still wishing for the same tomorrow, not because I can't move on, but because it was beautiful to dream with you. I still carry the little world we built inside my heart, even if I'm learning how to walk without your hand. If happiness finds you first, don't look back to find me. Just promise you'll live the life we once imagined for both of us. I'm still wishing for the same tomorrow, but I'm no longer asking time to turn around. Some loves don't need another ending, they only need to be remembered with gratitude instead of regret. And wherever life leads us now, a part of me will always whisper, I hope you're happy. Some tomorrows never happen, but they can still be beautiful to remember. I opened up an old brown box hidden on the highest shelf. Inside were little pieces of the life we never lived. A movie ticket faded by the years, a photograph with laughter in our eyes, a letter that you never sent, still folded neat and small. Like even words were hoping they could wait for us. I smiled instead of crying for the very first time, because some memories grow softer when the heart grows wide. used to ask why we ended. Now I ask, how lucky was I to have loved someone like you? The love that waited too long never really disappeared. It changed its shape from heartbreak into gratitude. Teach my heart what love can be. Some people stay for a lifetime. You stay long enough to change mine. The little cafe closed last winter. Someone painted all the walls. The table by the window isn't there anymore. The city looks so different now, yet every street still knows the girl who dreamed beside you before she learned to let you go. I hope you found a peaceful home, someone who laughs at all your stories, someone who sees the gentle soul I always knew was there. And if they love you half as much as I once did, you'll be alright. Love doesn't always stay, but kindness doesn't. Yours still lives inside me. The love that waited too long never really disappeared. It changed its shape from heartbreak into gratitude. We almost reached forever. We almost touched our dreams, and somehow that was enough to teach my heart what love can be. Some people stay for a lifetime. You stay long enough to change mine. If I could speak to the girl I used to be, I'd tell her don't be afraid to love him, even knowing how the story ends, because not every ending is a failure. Some endings become the beginning of who you'll become. The love that waited too long will always have a quiet place inside my heart. Not because I'm still holding on, but because it helped me become someone who loves deeper, lives softer, and forgives easier if our paths never cross again. Thank you for every sunrise, every promise, every beautiful mistake. I'd still choose the day we met again. Every single time. Some loves are not meant to last forever. They're meant to leave you a better heart. I saw your favorite color in the evening sky today. It caught me by surprise, then quietly slipped away. Funny how the smallest moments still remember who we were, like the wind still knows the words we whispered years before. The seasons kept on changing, the world kept moving on. Yet somewhere in my heart, your light still lingers on. Not to pull me backward, not to make me stay, only to remind me some love never fades away. We were broken. We simply met when life was asking different things. We loved through bad timing, through unfinished dreams, through doors that closed before we reached them. We loved through distance, through silent nights, through all the words we couldn't find. And if I could choose again, I'd still choose you, even knowing how the story ends. Because loving you was never the part I regretted. Sometimes I wonder if you still slow down when the first rain falls in September. Do old songs still make you smile? Do certain places still whisper my name? I don't need the answer. Some questions are beautiful because they remain unanswered. Life didn't steal what we had, it only changed where it lives. Now it lives inside me. We loved through bad timing, through unfinished dreams, through doors that closed before we reached them. We loved through distance, through silent nights, through all the words we couldn't find. And if I could choose again, I'd still choose you, even knowing how the story ends. Because loving you was never the part I regretted. There was a time I wished everything had been different. Now I only wish that wherever you are, someone loves you with the same patience you once gave me. We loved through bad timing, but love was never lost. It became the quiet strength I carry every day. If our story was only meant to be one chapter, then thank you for making it the most beautiful one. I'll keep walking without looking back, not because I've forgotten, but because you helped me find my way. Some people change your future simply by being part of your past. I found our photograph tonight, hidden in an old blue book. The corners worn, the colors faded, but your smile still filled the room. I didn't cry the way I used to. I only stayed a little while, thinking how one simple moment can echo through an entire life. There was a time I'd beg the stars to send you back to where we were. Now I simply thank the sky for letting our paths cross at all. Some stories are never measured by how long they last, only by how deeply they change us. Some stories end before they begin. Some hearts meet just to remember. dreams we left behind no longer hurt the way they did. They've become like old songs that still sound beautiful. Years later, I hope you found someone who laughs at every story you've already told. Someone who sees the quiet kindness I fell in love with long ago. There are no villains in our ending, only two hearts growing in different directions. Some stories end before they begin, some hearts meet just to remember what life feels like. You were my once, my almost, my beautiful season. Even though we couldn't stay, I'd never erase your name from the life you helped me write. If this is the last page, let it end without regret. Leave the door unlocked, not because I'm waiting, but because I finally found peace. Some stories end before they begin, yet somehow they last forever inside the soul. Thank you for every sunrise, every conversation, every dream we carried together. You didn't stay for all my life, but you stayed long enough to teach me how to love without fear, and how to let go with grace. Goodbye isn't always the end. Sometimes it's simply the final word of a beautiful story. The morning feels much quieter than all the nights we've left behind. The sky still wears the same blue color, but somehow I've changed inside. I no longer chase the echoes of footsteps down familiar streets. Some memories have learned to rest without asking me to grieve. Every season had a lesson, every goodbye left a light. Even broken dreams can guide us through the darkest parts of life. Looking back, I wouldn't change the road that led me here, because it led me to you. Some miracles don't stay forever, they simply come to change who we become. Maybe in another time, when our lives are finally ready, when the clocks no longer hurry, when tomorrow isn't out of reach, maybe we'll meet like strangers, smiling with hearts that know no fear. And I'll still recognize you before you say a single word. If I ever hear your laughter floating through a crowded room, I won't ask why we lost each other. I'll be grateful that we met at all. There was beauty in our story, even where keeps playing when the world grows still. Love doesn't vanish, it changes places. Sometimes it lives inside a memory, sometimes inside the person it helped create. Maybe in another time, when our lives are finally ready, when the clocks no longer hurry, when tomorrow isn't out of reach, maybe we'll meet like strangers, smiling with hearts that know no fear. And I'll still recognize you before you say a single word. Until that morning finds our names, I'll keep becoming someone who smiles because you existed, not because you stayed. Every ending open another door, and every tear water the life I'm living now. Maybe in another time we will need a second chance, because we'll know how precious one moment can be. If destiny ever whispers your name to mine again, I won't ask why it took so long. I'll simply take your hand, walk beside you, and let the silence say we made it. Until that day, I'll love this life for both of us, and carry your memory, not as a goodbye, but as the reason I still believe in love. Maybe we didn't lose each other, maybe we were only being prepared for the moment when time finally chooses us.